This divine sword that awakened to self-consciousness was greeted by a goblin spit the moment it woke up. The next second, the sword broke free and shot into the air, delivering a crushing blow to that goblin. When the other goblins saw this, they all rushed forward to fight back, but every single one of them was taken down by the sword in one hit. Right then, the sword had a lightbulb moment. Only by cutting through monsters' energy cores, their crystal stones, could it keep evolving and getting stronger. Once the sword figured this out, it couldn't contain its excitement. But for the monsters around it, this definitely spelled doom. A centipede monster that had been out hunting for food didn't even see it coming before it was already down from the sword's vicious attack. This time, the sword was thrilled to discover it could actually absorb the monster's abilities. To get even stronger, the sword quietly followed some goblins and snuck into their den, setting its sights on the Goblin King. Then it struck hard and fast. The Goblin King went down in one hit. The goblins around tried to fight back, but they were no match for the sword. Looking at all the new skills lined up on its interface, the sword left the dark cave feeling pretty satisfied. After that, the sword wiped out every monster in the forest. But while it was still hunting for more monsters, its body suddenly started plummeting toward the ground. Turns out, this land had the power to drain magic. Without magic to keep it up, the sword couldn't stay floating and just stuck into the ground. 3 days later, the sword started fantasizing, if only some beautiful elf maiden could pull me out. That would be amazing. 10 days later, the sword had lowered its standards. As long as any human pulls me out, I'd be totally happy. In a flash, a month had passed, and the sword's hopes had gotten pretty humble down to even if it's not human. That's fine, but still, nobody showed up. Time flew by, and 100 years passed. Right then, a slave trading caravan selling beast people came running in panic, chased by monsters. The monsters flipped over the wagon, and the caged beast people scattered and ran. But one beast girl was different from the rest. Facing these vicious, brutal monsters, she wasn't scared at all. Instead, she went on the attack. However, she was way outmatched. The moment the monster got back on its feet, it sent her flying dozens of feet away. Watching her companions get caught one by one, the shadow of death hung over the girl's heart. At this critical moment, she spotted the divine sword nearby. Hearing her companions' painful cries for help, the girl made up her mind and pinned her only hope on the sword. The instant her delicate fingers touched the blade, the sword responded immediately.